everybody, it's Kyle coming to you from the basement. Don't let the title of this episode fool you. I'm not packing it up completely with the podcast. I'm just packing things up because we're getting ready to go out of town for a little bit. And yeah, so big trip to Vegas coming up. What's going on that's good in my life? Well, as of 2 days ago, I have been married 20 years to my lovely Mrs. Things are better than ever. It's interesting because, if you've been in a long-term relationship, then there's times when things are really great and there's times when things aren't so great. Hopefully that's the extent of it. And not things are awful, because if things are awful, probably you need to move along or somebody needs to move along. But, and I've been there, so I know. But things are great, and things have been great for quite a while, and things have always been pretty good. There's been a few times that haven't, but we figured it out and, have a commitment to each other and to our life together and our family. So, yeah, 20 years, First marriage lasted under 6, so pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this one. This will be the last no matter what. But I don't see anything negative happening on the horizon, so that's good. I'm going to not knock on wood because I'm not superstitious. So, but yeah, that's what packing it up means. What else is going on that's good in my life? The tennis season ended. I got to go see my daughter play again this week, and beat another varsity senior from another school. It's incredible how far she's come along. Again, she picked up a racket for the first time, not this last summer, but the summer before that. She'd never played tennis before that. And to see her come so far so fast is amazing. But she's a determined kid. So my son's doing great. He actually had some friends over last night, and they hung out in the hot tub a little bit and enjoyed some time hanging out together, and that's cool to see. But he's got such a good group of friends, and he's doing good in school. Everything's going good. His job that he has is going fine. I'm sure it's boring sometimes, but he makes good money. And yeah, there's a future there if he were to want it. But if he doesn't, that's fine too. I hope he continues on, goes and gets a full 4-year degree and, finds what it is that he wants to do for a living to, live his life out. So, but he's a good kid, and he has a lot of friends. He makes friends really well. So, and then with my daughter, getting ready for college stuff, just talking with her about that. She's taking the PSAT here in, a little over a week. And she's a little nervous about it. I told her not to be. Look, just go do the best you can do. She has a study guide kit that we purchased for her to practice it and all that stuff prior to taking it. But I remember taking the ACT. I took it one time, and I was hungover. It's so bad, man. But just that one time that I took it, I did good enough to get into college, so, and into the college I wanted to, so I must have done something right. But I just told her, don't stress yourself out too much about it. There's so much stress these days in everything that you do. It's crazy. And I told her, don't stress about it. Just go do it and do the best you can and move forward, It'll give her experience so that when she takes the real deal, the ACT or the SAT, she'll be more successful because she'll know what to expect. She'll be used to kind of how it works. So, but yeah, other than that, the good things that are going on in my life, we're getting ready for this awesome trip. The hot tub is fantastic. Like I've told you guys, we've really had some good quality time in there. It's very comforting. We actually did something kind of different last weekend. On Sunday, we got up and went and hung out in the hot tub. And it was awesome. Sunday morning, sitting out there, just enjoying it and relaxing, chilling out. It just feels good, man. I mean, it does. And again, it's a time to go in and just chill out because life is stressful. There's a lot going on. So, and with all the stuff in the news, you got hurricanes, you got crazy elections, you got madness. So it's good to have somewhere you can be, no matter what that is, no matter who's listening. Go find something where you can just chill out and stress, because life's too short to be stressed all the time. I'm sorry, chill out and lose the stress because life's too short. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to what's going on. Okay, let's see here. All right, what am I listening to right now? Nothing really new. I mean, pretty much what you guys have heard me listening to for a while. I have kind of gotten back into a guy that I came to know about through a vinyl group that I was a part of for a while. Kind of a tragic story with that vinyl group, to be honest with you. But let's just say there was a mass exodus because the person who started it kind of became a maniac, man, and egomaniac, and just was a little bit absurd. So that's why I had a beef with him about something. We talked it out, and I said, nah, man, I just need some time out. And it sucked because I did things for the group too. I helped design some stuff, and I mean, it's okay. It's no big deal. Anyway, he did introduce me to a lot of different musics that I never would have heard of in my life. And one of them is William Onyeabor. He is I would say it's kind of psychedelic soul or pop. And I'll put a playlist from this one album he has. It's basically just called, Who is William Onyeabor? And yeah, it's interesting. It's different music. It's something different to listen to, especially while I'm working and stuff. And it's just got a nice vibe to it. It sounds good. So it's pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, the other thing I did get recently is REM, their greatest hits, the best of REM or whatever. It's interesting on that album because that's not their greatest hits. I mean, of course they got Man on the Moon and Losing My Religion, the songs that everybody knows. Orange Crush is on there. What's the Frequency, Kenneth? But where's Fall on Me? That was a humongous song. And they had some other hits that were pretty big that I just don't see on there. And, it's really odd. But it is what it is, So, I don't know. I may have to go find a copy of Document. That's their album that had a lot of those songs, and pick that up. I wouldn't mind having the album. I think it's called Green. Am I right? Yeah, it's got Orange Crush on it. But those songs are on there, so maybe I don't need that one. But definitely Document. That's a good record. So. Let's see, what else? That's about it, man. I mean, nothing much besides that. Oh, there is one big thing. Did pick up a pair of tickets to go see Jeff Tate, former lead singer of and co-founder of Queensryche. I was a huge Queensryche fan. I still am. I've seen their Operation Mindcrime deal multiple times in my life, and it's a pity they're not together, but things happen, and I get that. But I've watched several of interviews and performances by Jeff Tate with this, self-titled group he's with now, and it looks very great, man. I want to go see him. I've seriously considered paying extra for the VIP thing so I can go meet him and shake hands with him and stuff, and but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to blow money on that, but we are going to go see him. I'm looking forward to it. It's March, so it's a ways away. My wife doesn't entirely, she's not a gigantic fan or anything. I mean, of course she knows, Silent Lucidity and a few other songs that were pretty popular on the radio back in the day. But she's not a fan like I am. I've been listening to that band. I have their self-titled EP cassette, Queensryche. I still have it here. I've actually played it. I'll see if I can find that image of me playing that. But yeah, I've been listening to them since then. I want to say that was very early 80s. And then Rage for Order, The Warning came out with Take Hold of the Flame, which is a great song. And then Rage for Order was their next album, and I loved it. I still do. I'd love to have a copy of that one on vinyl. But after that album, unfortunately, they were told, hey, your next album's your last album. And Geoff Tate had been working on a kind of a rock opera called Operation Mindcrime. And I saw I think it was Kerrang magazine, which Kerrang was kind of like the heavy metal or the metal, hair metal, whatever, didn't matter what kind of metal. Rolling Stone, basically. It was all metal music. And Kerrang was saying that this Operation Mindcrime is the greatest album of that time. And so I had to have it. I think I had it on cassette first, and I loved it. And I've probably had 4 or 5 different versions of it since then, including Operation Live Crime. Since then, they've put out at least one sequel album, Mindcrime 2, and I think Geoff Tate put out a third one, because he originally had designed it as a trilogy, and I've not heard that one. So I need to go listen to it and see what it's like. But that's what this tour is. That's what he's doing. He said this is it. After this, he's not doing any more Operation Mindcrime stuff. So yeah, I want to go see him, and I just want to see him live. Usually he's mostly on the coast, or he's in Europe, and so it's cool to be able to go see him right here in sunny Kansas City. Of course, it's going to be cold Kansas City by the time he gets here. But that's it for music. Not much else. The Michael Kiwanuka album is coming. I'm very excited about that. It sounds amazing so far. So I have no reason to doubt that it'll be incredible. And I'm trying to figure out another record store to go to for Record Store Day. I haven't contacted Love Garden in Lawrence, but I need to, and just see if they do that. Because it's a fun event. I like doing that, and I want to be able to do it on Black Friday, so we'll see. All right. What have I been watching? Well, lots of things. I did start watching the latest VHS film. I don't know if you've watched those films, but they go along the vein of found footage, but it's kind of like, they find these VHS tapes and they're showing them to you, and they've got odd stuff on them, violent, gory stuff sometimes, but just strange events. And so I started watching the newest one. It's interesting because I'll quit saying it's interesting. I apologize. It's wild to me that people really, really, really are crazy about this one, this VHS Beyond. Because I watched probably 2/3 of it yesterday. I didn't get to finish it because we had to go do something. And I didn't really care for it all that much. It's okay, but I really like the one before this one. I think it's VHS 99 or something like that. I really like that one. Or it could have been 85. I don't know. They're named after kind of what year these tapes are from, supposedly, except this new one is VHS Beyond. So, I really liked the last film a lot. I thought it was really good, and it was a good story. Or stories. This one, it has some interesting stories and stuff, but it kind of goes off the rails a little bit. Especially there's one where it's kind of a Bollywood film they're making. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm fascinated by some of the effects and the creatures in there in the stories. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And the funny thing is this, man, it's kind of that way with found footage stuff is kind of going the way of reality TV. Reality television originally was VH1, or not VH1, it was MTV, and it was The Real World. And the first couple seasons of that were very real, and things were really happening. Now, these reality TV things are like 100% made up horseshit. Even when you see the ads for them, you got the guys going, I'm going to ruin everybody's life. Okay, cool. It's just kind of dumb. And really the last thing that I kind of got into that was reality television was The Biggest Loser. Yeah, my wife and I watched that one. And we did watch another one called Rockstar, I think, where they found a new lead singer for INXS. But yeah. There you go. So it's kind of along those lines. I mean, Blair Witch Project was a huge found footage type film that kind of, there were things before that and stuff, but this one kind of kicked it off. And it's a great movie. The Blair Witch stuff after that, kind of not great. Paranormal Activity movies, those are okay. I mean, the first one's great, and there's some other versions or episodes in or films, I guess, in the series that are good. But really, I mean, that's about it. There's not much else I've seen where I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. And these VHS movies are kind of that way. I really do think they're great, but I don't know what it is about this newest one that everybody loves so much, and it's not hitting me. So anyway, there's that. I'm still watching the series called Cabin in the Woods on HBO Max, or just Max, sorry. I've also been watching some reality television on that is the Kansas City Royals in their playoff bid. And that episode was really good Monday night. The Royals came back and tied up that series, which, by the way, this is the first time ever in Division Series history where all 4 games or series have been tied at 1-1. That's pretty cool. So that's a big thing. But yeah, I'm really hoping for a little bit better game coming up. And the next 2 games would be great if we could take them. They're in Kansas City. It would be phenomenal if we could show up and just put a beat down on this next one for the Yanks and get a little lead on them, 2-1 lead. And then I think we could go ahead and clear it out the next day if that happens. So, because there's games back-to-back here in Kansas City, and then they go back to Yankee Stadium for the final game if they go to 5. So we'll see, but that's been a lot of fun to watch as well. So been getting into that. And of course, this last Monday was a huge deal because it was the Monday Night Football game with the Chiefs. And at the same time, from Yankee Stadium in New York, there was this Kansas City Royals playoff game of this team that shouldn't be in the playoffs, according to a lot of baseball geniuses. But anyway, there we go. So, yeah. So that's kind of what I've been watching. Not much else. I'm excited about Nosferatu. I did watch the new Salem's Lot, which was good. Not like drop everything fantastic, but it was good. And I'm excited about Nosferatu and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's see. What have I been reading? Nothing. That's sad. Nothing, man. I need to. So we'll just skip right on past that one. And then let's see, gaming, nothing much. There is a new Disney Pixel RPG that's kind of fun on Android, but I have not played any games really. I'll get a chance to when we're on our trip, because there's going to be a little time when we're on plane or when we're sitting in an airport or I'll be sitting waiting for my lovely wife to get ready to go do something, and I'll have a little bit of time to play some games. So we'll see what happens there. Podcast, same old, nothing new, but I mean, always great episodes with those ones that I'm really into. So I've got zero complaints. That is it, guys. That's all I have. Now, I am going to not be back next week for an episode. It'll probably be at least 1 week off, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to take a week off just the same. I appreciate you guys listening. Keep on listening. Pass this around, man. Let's get back up to some listeners. Never had a vast amount of them, but I'd like to have more. It was definitely double digits was a lot greater. But I appreciate you guys listening. I will catch up with you in a few weeks. And, get off my lawn.